What's up, everyone? So last week, I told you we had closed on the first lot, and I was working on the floor plans with the architect, trying to resolve this delay. So it was like a 4 to 6 week delay, potentially that I was looking at with the architect because I was short by 1 foot with the actual the home with the length of the home. So I called a few architects, just like I said I was going to do. Made contact with a few of them, but because this week was the Christmas holiday week, everybody is. Some people are on vacation, some people are, not working. Others are working, and others are not on vacation. So it's pretty much a mixed bag. And but mostly everybody that I made contact with was saying the same thing. I made contact with a couple different architects, and it was the same story. They couldn't, they wouldn't be able to get anything started until after the new year, which is another week from now. And even then, they were busy with other developers' projects. They had, 4 or 5 homes in front of me, and they were going to have to work on those first. So it was going to be additional delays if I was to go that route too. But like I said in the last video, that's what I was going to do, or, I was going to reach out to them. And the good thing is, I did make contact with a few of them and developed another relationship with one. So I think that'll be good in the future, just to have as as an alternate option. But what I also did was I reached back out to my GC's architect, who was the original architect that my GC said was slow. And I was waiting on my GC to give me some feedback anyway about him. But rather than just waiting for another week or so, because I had already been waiting for at least 2 weeks, I just decided to contact him on my own. And I pretty much got the same response. He could take a look at it, but it would have to be after the new year, because he was out. And then from there, he'd let me know kind of what the turnaround time was. And so, but while I was, working to make contact with him, I reached back out to my actual architect, just to get a feel for, he told me he was going to have to get back with me after the new year, but I wanted to find out, was that going to be more like at the beginning of the new year, like the first or the second week of January, or was that going to be more towards the end of January? And it's a good thing that I did reach out to him and ask him that, because just yesterday when I woke up, I had an email from him saying that he was going to go ahead and get started on my plans today, and asked for me to send him over a couple things, and he wanted to go ahead and get an early jump on that before the new year. So it was great, just being persistent with him and with the others, just like, in the last video, that's what I talked about I was going to do. And, the persistence, it paid off. So he said he'd go ahead and get an early jump on that, and then he would send those over to me, the plans over to me, or the floor plan at least, early next week for me to review and then approve, and then he'll go ahead and start working on the rest of the plans. So, fingers crossed. It looks like, at least I'll have the plans possibly middle of January, and then from there I can go ahead and submit them to the county for the building permits, and I should be off and going there. But while I was working on making contact with the architects, I went out and I drove some other projects. It's always cool and always inspiring for me to see other developers projects, see other new build construction going up, even multifamily and a lot of other type of construction that goes up around me where I live at. But specifically, I love seeing a lot of single family new developments that are going up, because that's what I'm into right now. So, whenever I do see new construction, new developments going up, if I've got time, I usually will, circle around the block. And sometimes I'll even get out and go and walk it, go walk the property too, and just do a little research, just, trying to learn the areas even more, as I'm going here. So that was really cool. What I did is I was on a bike ride actually, and me and my girl, and we came across a number of multi-million-dollar homes being sold, and not being sold, but actually being built. Some of them are already sold, but there was a number of them being built on both sides of on the street. So we were out on our bike ride, and it was pretty cool. We just, instead of driving it, we just kind of just rode that neighborhood. You could see, the crews out there putting the work in. It was just inspiring to see, the architect, the work that was being done, the way that the house is laid out was really cool. So excited to see what those look like when they get finished. And also, got the deed back in the mail from the title company for the first lot that I purchased. And, that's cool to have something physical right there. So we'll get that filed away. And really the next step this week is to get the floor plans back from the architect early this week. Go ahead, review and approve those, or work out any kinks, and then he should be able to get the rest of the plans back to me, within a week or two. And from there is getting everything over to submit it for the building permit. So that's the update for right now. And I look forward to giving you the next update here in about a week.